Hello everybody, back at it again. Today we've got the Kampfer. And we may actually have another Kampfer video coming out pretty soon too, but this one came out pretty good, so we're going to start here. So Kampfer comes in at, I think 450 is where it starts. Don't quite remember which cost range this one's in. We'll figure that out eventually. This one is an ace match. So what we're doing here is for the first... what is it? I forget how much time it is, but for the first couple minutes of the match, it plays out as normal, but then after a certain point, the player with the highest score gets selected as the ace. Ace scores, triple points on every kill, but costs triple points when killed. So it is a game mode of support your ace and allow your ace to take kills. Like, defend your ace so they don't die, support your ace so that they can get kills. And today was the Kampfer, and I quite like the Kampfer. It is a little tricky because the thing with the Kampfer is it is lightly armored compared to a lot of MS, so we're at 550, that's where we are, so we're 455, we are 2 whole cost ranges above where it originally came in at. But you can already see, just from those couple of hits, I'm already very low. The suit is good, and it's got a lot of tools on it, but it pays for it. Like, it's fast, has a lot of weapons, but it pays for it with that low armor. So as you can see, the main weapon here are those double bazookas, which I find kind of funny. So this is a really inconsequential detail, right? The Kampfer comes from 0080 War in the Pocket. It has the 2 bazookas mounted on its back. It never uses them at the same time, though. In that whole OVA, it takes, it starts with one. Actually, it starts with a shotgun. It deploys with a shotgun, uses that up, and then but I digress. It never uses them both at the same time. It takes one off at a time and uses them. So, I don't know, I always thought that funny. That is a really interesting instance that just happened there, because that's an example of the melee priority system coming into action. So suits have different melee priority. It's 1 to 3, and essentially if a hit connects each other like that, the one with the higher priority takes the hit, gets through anyway, right? So higher priority means that your melee hits will have higher priority. They'll go through hits that are of a lower priority. The Kampfer is 2, the Pixie is 3. So in that case, Pixie's hit went through and mine didn't. Things with equal priority typically clash and bounce off. There is another instance in this match, though, that I will point out that is really interesting. Not sure why it happened the way it did, but again, we'll get to that. Now, I've always felt that that's probably a way to help deal with some of the latency weirdness, because there is actually some really weird stuff going on with latency sometimes, but that's a theory on my part. Anyway, back to its weapons, though. You've seen quite a few of them already. You've got the double bazookas, you've got the Sturmfaust, the shotgun. Actually, the shotgun's the primary. The double bazookas are the secondary. I always run them as if they're the primary, though. Partially because they take the longest to ready up out of all of the other weapons. So I can combo from the bazookas to the shotgun to the Sturmfaust, but I can't combo from, the shotgun to the bazookas, because by the time the bazookas ready up, the enemy will have time to move. If you start with the bazookas, well, they're also longer range than the shotgun is, but if you start with the bazookas, you can switch to any of the other weapons, and hit again before they can move again, and just completely stun-lock things to oblivion. But yeah, bazookas, Sturmfausts with their little hand-mounted grenades? Rockets? Hand-mounted rockets that you see on the legs right there. And then the shotgun. And head Vulcans. So you saw me get a head Vulcan kill earlier where I maneuvered around a guy. I love this suit. I really do. It's fast. It's got a bunch of weapons. It's just a menace. Any sort of one-on-one situation you get into this thing with is just unfair. Let's be completely honest. Because it's always got another weapon to pull out. And then you move in and finish things off with melee volleys. So you can see there with the Sturmfaust, I was just a little bit out of range. And I'm now pretty much out of all my weapons except for head Vulcans, which I can use to get a good kill right there. Nah, that was unfortunate, though. That was a really bad swing on my part. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking. Here we're going to have a little bit of a tricky time dealing with this guy just bouncing around. I think we're going to get shredded by... That is a Gym Custom. Yeah, Gym Customs. That's the... Oh, you can see I got Ace right there. That is unfortunate. I think the Ace was just... Yeah, Ace was just... So it's a 3-minute mark Ace is going. And I just got Ace just in time to be killed by... Oh, it's the start jig. I thought I got gotten by the pixie there. So that doesn't start great. But as you can see, we're actually in a pretty good position right here. Points-wise. We're actually in a really good position points-wise now. This match was not fantastic purely because of me. We had a really good team on this one. They did their job. They did their job really well. I think they also helped back me up really well, too, if I remember correctly, compared to, well, a lot of other Ace matches I've played in. And I do my best to try and back people up, but I'm not always the best. So here you can see I'm trying to get in and get my hits in. And thankfully I did manage to get the kill there. But I'm trying to do it without stunning our ally. That's why I didn't go like as hard with like the melee attacks and whatnot as I potentially could have. I forgot about that too. It has an active EX boost. Or sorry, it's EX boost. It's called EX boost. I forgot they put that on there. That was a buff they did to it. And I almost got jumped by the pixie right there. That was terrifying. And once again, you can see melee priority kicking in there. But thankfully, we had a Z Zulu ready to jump in real quick. Here, I get super reckless. You can see I'm surrounded by my enemies. I wanted to get in here and get this kill. And this is the instance I was talking about. The Jim Kai right there took that... He came in with that downswing, I did that side swing, and somehow we both hit each other instead of bouncing or anything like that. I've noticed some stuff like that before. I'm not quite sure. That was a really good tackle. I actually usually miss my tackles. It's kind of embarrassing. Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to get the kill there. The iframes kicked in too soon. But yeah, that Jim custom player, it's really funny. He messaged me afterwards being like, wait, do you have like melee priority too? And we sat and chatted about the game for a little bit. It was a really interesting experience. So we're going to move in here. We've got our support, but our hope is to be able to get this. We don't need this kill because if you look at the score, we're pretty well ahead. Oh, hey, it's the Jim custom again. Yeah, we got that kill though, just further cementing our lead. And, oh boy, this actually ends up being a bit of a sweep. Wow. So yeah, as you can see, the team did a really good job. But it was a fun match. It was good to be on a team that really did their best. His color palette looks like it's something. Our pixie, look at that. I'm really curious about that. That looks like it's trying to fit a specific theme. So yeah, we got good score on this one. Largely, I would say from opportunistic hits. But still really good score. We did good damage. We did what we needed to do. I love the Kampfer. I love seeing them about. I don't see them about a whole lot, so even when I see one on the enemy team, I love to see them. I prefer, of course, to see them being used well, but, you know, it is what it is. But that is the end of that match for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time.